From Texas, Mr. Hensarling.
The gentleman from Texas is recognized for 2 minutes.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. I really want to thank the Vice Chairman of our Budget Committee for his leadership in trying to continually protect the working family budget from the onslaught of the federal budget. You know, I'm a little bit in disbelief, Mr. Speaker, from what I hear on the floor. Rarely has there been a more common sense bill that has come to this floor. It simply says two things. As we make important legislative decisions in this body, we should have more information instead of less, and we should think longer term as opposed to shorter term, and yet it is opposed by our friends on the other side of the aisle. I'm somewhat incredulous. I would say if my Democratic colleagues don't want the information, maybe they don't have to pay attention to the information. Well, not all the information I want is going to come from this particular piece of legislation. I would encourage the distinguished gentleman from Maryland to encourage his staff to provide him then with the information that he wants. What's really important here, Mr. Speaker, is that we understand in an economy where millions of our fellow countrymen are unemployed or underemployed, how major pieces of legislation will impact the economy, their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations, as they lay awake at night wondering how they're going to make ends meet. You know, I just wonder, Mr. Speaker, if one of the reasons that our Democratic colleagues are opposing this bill is because they know the Congressional Budget Office has now told us that Obamacare is going to cost this economy 2.5 million jobs that otherwise we would have had. What if we had that information before the bill instead of after the bill? Maybe the crown jewel would not have appeared. And so maybe they don't want the American people or members of Congress to have that information. But the American people deserve this information, and on their behalf, we demand it. We need to support this common sense bill. I yield back the balance of my time.